Hi, I'm Scott Perry, and this is Real Estate Moment with Scott Perry. Today, we're going to look at these five counties that comprise the Bay Area MLS: San Mateo, Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, San Benito, and Monterey counties. We're going to compare the market activity this time last year between March 1st and April 9th, 2019 versus 2020. So first row, let's look at the houses sold in this time period. Last year was just over 3,000 houses that were sold in this time period. This year, 2,674. This represents only a decrease of about 14% as the market was last year. New homes on the market, last year it was 5121. This year it's only 3804. So there's 26% less houses being put on the market right now, probably due to concerns of COVID and shelter in place. This next row is really interesting. This is TFT, and TFT stands for transaction fell through. So basically, this would be somebody who got into contract to buy a new home and for whatever reason decided they can't afford it or they did not want the home. Last year, just under 500. This year, 670. So that's a significant spike. That's 36% increase in TFTs this year. Canceled and withdrawn are on the seller side. So canceled means that the sellers decided they don't want to sell their house for whatever reason. Withdrawn means they're taking it off the market temporarily until maybe market conditions change. So last year, 570 cancellations. This year, 756. 33%. That's quite a few people who canceled their listing. And then withdrawn, this is a really interesting one. 356 last year. This year, 660. So we're up 85% on withdrawn listings. So let's take a look at this information in more of a graph. So if you look at the cycle, this would be a Friday and this would be a Sunday because typically there's a lot more market activity on Thursdays and Fridays than there are on Saturdays and Sundays. So Friday, Friday, Sunday, Friday. You can see when shelter in place hit on the blue line, which represents new homes being put on the market, this was impacted immediately. And it's a much lower curve of new homes. Yellow represents the actual home sales. These are people that are getting into contract to actually buy a home. Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday. You don't really see a big change on the left-hand side of the shelter in place to the right-hand side. Homes are still selling. Purple and red represent canceled and withdrawn. And right after the shelter in place, there was a big blip of people who decided to pull their homes off the market, either temporarily or permanently until this all blows over. So let's compare the market activity this year to last year. So blue represents where we were last year at this time. Orange represents where we are this year. And this is new homes listed. Again, it's a normal curve, Sunday, Friday, Sunday, Friday. Shelter in place hit, and all of a sudden the curve became significantly smaller. The blue one shows how we were last year, and that's a very healthy curve. But new homes listed this year, it's much less, much less. So compared to new home sales, so here's the curve again. Gray represents where we were last year in 2019, and the yellow represents where we are today. Friday, Sunday curve. Shelter in place happened. You don't really see a significant impact on the homes that are being sold after the shelter in place. It's very close to where we were last year, maybe about a 14% difference. TFTs, again, this is last year in the gray, and then the blue represents where we are this year. Right after shelter in place hit, we saw a pretty good spike in TFTs. A lot of people with the economic uncertainty decided that they weren't wanting to buy this house. Maybe they couldn't afford it. Maybe they had an unfortunate change in employment. But for whatever reason, directly after shelter in place, we saw this blip. Canceled listings, again, right after sheltered in place, and actually coming into shelter in place, we all saw this increase in cancellations. Withdrawn listings, very similar as well. Shelter in place had a huge impact on people deciding to pull their houses off the market temporarily. So here's the numbers again that we went over. Sold about a difference of 14% to this time last year. New houses being put on the market, about a 26% decrease. So there's a lot less inventory on the market. So if you're thinking about selling your house, people are still buying houses. This 14% is a significant number. If you have any questions or you want more information, please feel free to get a comment down at the bottom or give me a call directly. Again, this has been Real Estate Moment with Scott Perry. Appreciate your time and stay safe out there.